He's been great. He's been great. First off, we do a thing where we track how well you run to the ball every practice. One of the things that we grade, right? So you can talk about all the schematics that you want. Coach Knowles has all that, but if you're not running to the ball, you're not playing good defense, right? So we track that, and he's one of the guys that every single practice is one of our highest grade guys running to the ball. So he's been awesome from an effort standpoint. First, attitude. He's in early. He puts the work in, and he's made a bunch of plays out here. So no, I'm excited about Jalen McLean for sure.
You talk about running to the ball. Do you mean like he's ball hawking really well in the back end, or is it a nose for the football running game, or both?
Yeah, so we're really tracking effort and how hard a guy's playing from there is what we do. But I would say this too. He's been around the ball a lot, right? Whether it's alley running and he's downing the ball on a breakthrough run or fitting gaps, things like that. And then he's got really good range in the post or the half too. So he's done a good job of both of those things. I guess all the above. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I do. And, it's been an opportunity for you have a couple guys that aren't out there, so you're able to continue to grow the depth and be able to see what guys can do, and you have increased reps from that standpoint. So I do feel confident. I feel confident in the guys that, how they've performed so far this spring, and then the guys that haven't been out there, I feel confident from what their abilities are, what I've seen on film, and then the mental preparation from that standpoint. Now I would go back to refer to, what Latham was like a couple years ago and taking that same blueprint. Yeah, he's done. I would say the mental side. I would say is he has really good physical skills. You see him when he walks on the field. I mean, yeah, no doubt. I would say the mental side of the game, right? Really understanding what's the defense, what's my eye progression, where do I fit into this chess piece? What's my chess piece in this whole match that's happening? And I've been pleased with him, and he's putting the work in to make sure that he understands what's going on.
Weird for you as a coach to hear all this transition and you walk through the door and you're feeling down. As a coach, what is it like working with him?
I wouldn't say weird. I'd say it's great, right? And because his preparation is so high level, it challenges you as a coach to be an elite teacher, right? Because he's going to be on his game. It's like coaching a professional player, right? He understands the concepts in the game so well. He's put so much time into it. As a coach, you better be matching or equaling that, right? Going above and beyond that, because if not, he's going to be a step ahead of the coach, right? So that's it's been awesome to be able to push each other, to make each other better. He's got a great understanding and feel for the game. He's a great young man. The work ethic is really high level. So every value that you would look for, not just for a skill or intangibles, things like that, but who he is as a person, I can't say enough about who Caleb Downs is. It's been awesome.
What's the next step for Latham? You're talking about the preparation that Caleb has.
Mm-hmm.
Latham coming back for year 5,
yep.
But also coming back from injury. Like, what do you want to see from him? Maybe it's leadership. Maybe it's on the field. I don't know. What is it for
him? I think leadership is definitely something, right? He's a guy that's been there, done that, has accomplished a lot, but not the goals that he wants to yet. So I would say from a leadership standpoint, holding guys accountable, and he's done that at a really high level. And then his own preparation. I've been impressed with if you're not taking as many physical reps, what are the mental reps that you're taking? And he's done a really good job of having daily routine, putting the time in, making sure that he's caught up to speed with everything. So I would say the off the field stuff is a step in the right direction.
What did you take away from your experience last year as a co-coordinator?
Mm-hmm.
Since we last talked to you, now you've been through multiple spring practices here. What did you learn? Something under Tom, or whether it's just for you as a coach that you brought here to bring to the safety room this year?
Yeah, I think that you learn different ways to be able to do things, whether it's taking the ball away or tackling methods, or the way that it's taught from other defensive coaches. So to learn from a different tree and thought process and philosophy, I pride myself on being a teacher. Which means that you better always be learning, right? Or you're getting behind. So I would say, just different ways to be able to maybe do similar techniques or things that have to be done from a defensive principle standpoint. And then, bringing that to the table as you step back and you say, okay, here's how I've always done it, or I've done it in the Jim Knowles system, right? And then you're in a different defensive system, and how does that get executed? And then you can blend some of those or pick what you like from there. So a chance to reflect, I'd say.
Did you feel like you accomplished what you wanted to away from the Jim Knowles system to bring it back to the Jim Knowles system?
Yeah. I mean, I think anytime that no matter where you're coaching, right, you have principles of defense and a way to be able to play defense, whether you're how you tackle or how you play in the red zone or different things like that. And there's metrics to be able to track that. And some improvement was made. Not enough, in my opinion, you know what I mean? But there were strides from that standpoint. And then, when you come back into it, you say, okay, the system here has developed in a year that I was gone, right? And then maybe I'm able to develop a little bit as a coach too, and from a positional coach or a coordinator mindset, things like that. And then you're able to mesh ideas and come back and you learn, hey, what's the new that's happened over a year? And then I was able to see the Big Ten from a different lens as well, so I think that's valuable.
Man, it's last question. Down a few safeties on Saturday. Just kind of how do you feel about your depth at that position right now?
Yeah, it's something that we've addressed and say, hey, here's the guys that have played, here's the guys that haven't played, who's taking the reps right now, and how do we grow those guys, from that standpoint. So I think that's a work in progress every single day. So I've been pleased with the guys. I think there's been a steadily on the rise approach from everybody in the room, so I've been pleased with the guys and the progress that they've made. So I feel good about it. And I expect that to continue throughout spring and then continue throughout summer and into fall camp, from that standpoint. Yep.
Who are some of those guys that maybe haven't played much here, but you're seeing making a move this spring?
Yeah. Jaden Bonds, who's taken advantage of the opportunity that he's had. Jalen McLean's taken an opportunity, advantage of the opportunity. Inky had a really good day today, is taking advantage of the opportunity. So the guys that, are taking reps, I'm pleased with watching those guys, continue to progress, and then Caleb, I think, has, learned our system and done really well and gotten better every day.
All right, Matt, thank you.
Thanks. Appreciate it, guys.
Bring Mitchell Melton in here. Mitchell Melton at the 20. Mitchell, thank you.
Mind sitting up on the mic for me? Appreciate it. Thank you. Hey, Mitchell, how you doing, man?
Good, how you doing, man?
Good to see you, bro. A few years ago, you were going to be a Leo. You were going to be a star in defense.
Yeah.
Injury coming up. Where are you now? It's like a new man here this spring, et cetera. Where you are in that comeback phase?
Yeah.
Played last year.
But yeah, I feel like last year was like my freshman year, kind of like just getting my foot under myself and figuring out how to play college football again. So I definitely say now I feel more renewed than ever. Yeah, and I think more comfortable in the position I'm playing now, playing end, got a lot of extra work with the guys and Coach Jay off the field. So it's definitely helped me get into a more comfortable spot on the field for sure.
Lean on the negative. People
Yeah, I mean,
give us perspective what you go through.
it's the thing. I think I'm one of many stories of something like that, a tragic, injury happening to a really good player. But I just, I don't know. It was never easy, but I think my support group really, like my family and my friends, helped keep me motivated to keep my mind at bay with everything because it's definitely not easy. But and I definitely had a different idea, like everyone does, the expectation of what you want to happen at Ohio State. But I think more so now than ever, me being blessed to be in the moment has kept me in my mental, I think, really well, really above ground as well. So I think it's the best thing. So tore my ACL.
More severe than go ahead.
Oh yeah, I mean, so it was back-to-back ACLs. 2021 I tore it. It was my sophomore year, and then 2022 I tore it again in the spring game. But this was like left one and right one, so it was just back-to-back years. Just ACL tears, nothing crazy or more major than that. Oh yeah, it's easy, real easy. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
What was it like? I mean, you were identified as a Leo guy. You know about Oklahoma State.
Yeah.
They had big plans for you, right? Did you sense that?
Yeah, I definitely saw some likeness to my ability to the ability of a Leo. So I definitely was excited to get into that position and do what I could do best and just play to the best of my ability. But of course, those things change, and you never know what to expect, especially coming to Ohio State. So I'm just here to grind and work every day.
We got to watch you on Saturday. We don't get to watch every scrimmage and stuff. You seem to be playing on a high level. Did it feel like that Saturday during the scrimmage season? What did you feel going really right?
Yeah, I think for the majority of the spring, I've been feeling more confident in myself and my abilities. Even with everything that's happened in the past, I still think I have a lot to give to this program. So I think that kind of showed on Saturday where I just let loose a little bit and just play to the best of my ability. So, yeah.
Did it take time to get more comfortable mentally after being off the field personally?
Yeah, I mean, for sure. I think it definitely took a second to just, trust myself and my body because for the past couple of years it didn't hold me back or it didn't, help me out in the best way, obviously. But, yeah, I mean, it was just it is very mental. I found just like every day, just like counteracting that fear or that like doubt of like my body's gonna hold up. But I think that my mentality right now is really good for that. So I think it'll be good.
You feel at home in defensive end. You're telling us.
Yeah, I know what you're trying to get at. Yeah, I do feel at home. I think this past 2 years, it's definitely been a learning curve, but I think now more than ever, I'm definitely comfortable and where I'm at and what I need to do and like my skill set. And I've been talking with the coaches about what it's like, what it looks like for me to be the best possible version of myself in this position. So yeah, I feel great. Oh, yeah. I think the biggest thing in our group is just leadership because we have a lot of guys, like you said, in that room who've been battle tested, so to speak. So I think, especially coming up in the spring and into this fall, we just like need to be the anchor for this defensive unit and needs to show up every day, day in and day out. So.
I've heard Coach Johnson has talked about really wanting. He always likes to play a lot of guys. Last year he didn't have very long rotation, but he feel like just people were ready. But now he's looking more toward that. And like for you to hear, he wants to play more guys this year.
Especially with this new season, I'd expect that, but we have to see. You don't know until it happens. So I'm just very curious to see what's going to happen with the season. So yeah.
What is the dynamic like in the room with all these old guys that came back, and then you've got all these young guys that are kind of coming up? How does that?
Yeah, it's like a little brother, big brother type deal. A lot of the guys who've been there are trying to help out and bring along the younger guys, and it's definitely a process at times. But I think the love we share in that room is very, very strong, and with that, I think it helps us get through anything and any challenges and overcoming as well. So, yeah.
Mitch, maybe you were already asked this. I'm sure you probably were more than once. But
Yeah.
What has this road been like? Coming in here and getting up to this point, you finally kind of maybe hit that pinnacle of sorts.
It's a blessing, I'd say, because a lot of guys in my position have had the same injuries and still haven't came back, and I'm just thankful that I'm here in the best university in the world and the best training staff, and they got me to this point where I can be back to healthy and even better than healthy, because I feel like I'm better than what I was. So it was humbling. I think the journey was for me. Because I remember coming to Ohio State, it was nothing but a dream. I had dreams of being the best version of myself, doing all the things, getting all the accolades, but then things happen, and it took me by surprise, of course. But I think it also gave me a lesson that I really needed to like grow into a better version of myself. So I think the journey was needed, and it was a blessing for me, for sure.
Last question.
You ever think about, I'm done?
I can't do that, man. I love the sport too much to do that, and I love the guys around me. And I think that's the biggest thing that brought me back. It was just like, I can't do it to them. And, I know what we have and what we can be on the field. So it's like, I'm going to do everything I can to get back on that field for sure.
What impact do you think you can have this year?
I'm not even sure. I'm just trying to go day by day. It's hard. That's what I found myself is always like going to the future and thinking what I'm going to do this thing or next day. But it's just like, it's so overwhelming that it's like gave me stress. So I think for me, it's just worrying about tomorrow, the next practice, and what that holds for me, and then doing whatever I need to do and whatever skill I need to sharpen or things like that. So
When did you start to feel completely out?
Definitely last season. I think it was kind of hard to like trust it last season, but I still think my body was at 100%. So yeah.
All right, Mitchell. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you guys.
Thanks, Mitch.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, Clint John Jumpkins, 20-yard line. First day with a new coach, huh?
Yes, sir.
How'd that go? Introductions out there, get those out of the way.
Yeah, definitely. Already previously had a relationship, but it went really well.
What have you learned about him already, or what do you already know except from that relationship?
So our relationship has been since I was in high school. He was previously at Florida State, and throughout that whole recruiting process, just building on our relationship then and knowing who he was before we got here. So it's been awesome to see him and continue that.
Coach was talking about how he wanted to involve you guys in doing the process and looking for that new coach. Can you just take us inside what that was like for you guys as running backs and maybe be in on the process of finding a guy?
Yeah, definitely. Throughout that whole process, Coach Day kept us updated on, what we were looking for as far as a room, asking us what we were looking for, and just telling us what he wanted for us in that in our room, and we just been updated about it, and we're here. So
What were you looking for?
I think as a room, we all previously gave our input on what we wanted, but so dog, it's good. Sorry, but what we all wanted as a room, so yeah, it went well.
What was he? They have been coaching you in practice. What's he like as a coach in practice now that you get to have him out there?
First day, he didn't really talk that much, but he gave us some tips and certain things to work on, and as he's learning our offense as well, because he just got here, so I think he's been great so far.
Coaches leave all the time. I don't know how often coaches leave in
Yeah.
spring practice.
Yeah.
How surprised were you? What was your reaction to going off the leaving?
Just with the situation of college football where it is today, I understood, Coach Offer had to do what was best for him. But, I'm here at Ohio State, not only just for everything around it, but I'm just here for the university in itself. So I think just focusing on the bigger picture and, the brotherhood that's here and what's important to me, that's what I was focusing on throughout everything. Pretty surprised. I just got here not too often ago, but I mean, like I said, I understood it and, just came here to continue to work.
What's something you picked up from Coach Alford?
Yeah, definitely. Right. And everyone I'm around, I've picked up something from, and I think Coach Alfred, I've learned a lot while his time was here. He taught me a lot of different things, specifically about the position and other position as well on the field. So I have learned a lot while his time was here, and I thank him for that.
Coach Lockwood, what's sort of different about him? He seems like a high energy guy.
Mm-hmm.
How would you describe him?
Yeah, so with Coach Lachlan, I've only been around him for a day, so I don't really know. But as you can see where he's coached and how he is as a person, he's very high energy. He's very intense, and I think he's very hands-on. So I think it'll be awesome to be working with Coach Lachlan.
What's your opinion of soft batch cookies? You mentioned that in the first meeting with you guys.
No, not yet.
How much did you get to use at Florida State? You said you had met him or knew him from then. How much interaction did you have when you was at that stop?
A lot. So we're from the same city. Me and him are from the same place. At Florida State, he worked on that staff with Coach Johnson, and they offered me out of high school. So the relationship was already there then, and we just continued to build on from then.
What did the meeting with the offer?
It meant a lot, just the things that we talked about since I was younger in high school, just to have that opportunity to go and play there. So it's awesome.
Joe, what's the rest of the spring look like for you? Where do you want to see yourself get there?
Yeah, just to continue to improve all around, continue to learn the offense and get involved in everywhere that I can on the field and just be able to improve my game all around.
I know we were only in here for Saturday. We haven't seen you guys practice a lot, but saw you come out of the backfield and catch a touchdown pass from Will.
Mm-hmm.
Are you just pushing to continue to get better out of the backfield? And where do you feel like you are as far as learning the offense and being a pass catcher out of the backfield?
Yeah, definitely. That's my goal, to just continue to improve everywhere. But I think just overall is just helping the team any way that the team needs to be helped and just being a team player. That's my deal. Just trying to come in and, help the team, whatever the team needs.
How did you guys find out? Did he talk to you guys about it at all?
Actually, I honestly don't remember how I found out. But I just remember the process on what we were going to do moving forward.
Ryan Day's talked a lot about the leadership Travion's brought to the running back room this spring. How have you seen that from him?
Yeah, definitely. Travion, as like I said, has improved. He's been a leader to the whole room, by his actions and vocally as well. Just, continue to improve all around and inspire the young guys in the room. And I think he's done very good at that.
And Coach Dave saying that, TC Cappy is a guy that can contribute for you guys as well. What have you seen from him as a walk-on to be able to contribute in your room?
Yeah, definitely. TC works very hard. He knows the offense. He's always in the playbook, always in the meetings, writing things down. Very head down guy. He doesn't really talk that much, but he's very good. So I agree. Oh, it's like so many questions.
I was going to ask, how was Coach Day as a running back coach?
It's crazy you say that because he just told us, he's like, well, guys, this is probably my last week with y'all and I'm out. So, but Coach Day has been awesome. He's taught us a lot of different things as far as scheme and different positions that he's coached overall. And taught us a lot of different things that we learned overall. So it's been awesome.
I know it's probably unsettling not to have a position coach for 2 weeks, but what did it also mean to have like the head coach in that hands-on with your group?
Yeah, definitely. It meant a lot, to have Coach Day in those meetings, teaching us everything that he's put in and implementing it into our game and showing us how he specifically wants it. It was really good to have him there.
He was talking about enlightening y'all from the perspective of how a quarterback can look at things.
Right.
What do you remember taking away from that?
Yeah, it's just really like not only looking at it from a running back perspective, but also as a quarterback as well, looking at certain reads, certain blitzes from other players, and just looking at it all around from the field.
And I asked you a second ago, when's the last time you ran a 40 in that time? You were really fast on that. You were around here.
Yeah, I don't really remember, but thank you.
How comfortable you are for you in that phase of the game?
Yeah, definitely really comfortable. Like I said, I've been improving the start of this year, coming here, just improving my game all around. So
You mentioned
Last
Coach
question.
Buckland was pretty quiet today. Is that disconcerting? Are you like waiting for like?
I'm waiting. I mean, he's giving me a lot of feedback today on practice, different plays, what he thinks, what he's happy about. But I think the energy is gonna come soon. So I'm excited.
Did you get any props for your blitz pickup on that pass to Jeremiah that everyone was freaking out about?
Yeah,
The other day?
I did.
Okay. Where are you in that part of your game?
When blitz pickups.
Blitz pickup, blocking in the backfield. I know it's
Yeah.
really important.
Yeah, pretty solid. I think, like I said, just improving my game all around. That's the goal. Continue to build every day and not be the same player that you were yesterday. So that's really my goal. But I think I've been pretty solid at it for sure.
All right, Quinchon, thank you.
All right, thank you guys.
Mike, I do have Dallin still coming, so we'll have Dallin at this spot right here. Goal line can be dismantled. Tony, what was the question you were saying? Well, maybe it's too big for him.
I asked.
Officer?
Yes, that's exactly what it was. No, I just asked him. He was talking about he was in the regular three-star, was always being over-recruited, and other guys were so much better than he was. And it's just kind of carry that. And although he was kind of good, maybe they're not working as hard as you are. Sometimes the conversation's just too big for something.
Yeah, outstanding. All right, folks, we have Dallin Hayden on the 20. Dallin, what are your first impressions of Coach Lachlan?
I feel like he's a great coach. I've actually known him for a minute. He used to coach in the Memphis area for a while, so he's a really good ball coach, really good guy.
You guys kind of bond over both being from Tennessee?
I mean, yeah, of course.
What was it like for you when you found out that Coach Alford was leaving?
I mean, it was tough. Coach Alford was a big part of why I came to Ohio State. So to see him leave was sad, but he has a family to take care of, so I completely understood.
What were the couple weeks like? Hands-on with you guys?
It was pretty good. He was just being very detailed in the film room. Did similar drills we're used to doing, so it's been good.
Do you feel like you got a different perspective from the quarterback angle, I guess?
I mean, I wouldn't say different, but it's always good to see like his view because, like you say, he's quarterback. Yeah.
What has this spring been like for you so far?
I would say it's been pretty good. I feel like I've gotten better and practicing every day. So yeah, it's been good.
How confident are you that you can earn playing time at running back this year?
I'm very confident. I know what I had to work on, and I focused on that the whole off season, and I feel like I'm doing better with those areas. So I'm very confident.
What is that those areas that you had to
Just I worked on a lot of catching, route running, and I worked on pass protection. So yeah.
Has there been frustration that you haven't?
Ryan said that you were okay with redshirt last year. How tough was that?
I mean, no, I understood. You know, it was a mutual agreement for sure. Obviously, I wanted to be on the field because freshman year I played, then got redshirted, so it was tough. But everything happened for a reason.
Did that feel like it was going to pay off this year, and then springtime transfer again, then make you question whether that would pay off again?
No, I know I feel like it'll still pay off. We need it. We have depth, so it'll pay off.
What has it been like having Sean?
It's been good. He's a great addition, really good player, smart football player. So it's been a good addition for sure.
State's talked a lot about the leadership Travion brought to you in the spring. How have you seen that with Travion?
He's being way more vocal and taking the younger guys under his wing. So yeah, he's been a really good leader.
What was what's today having Coach Lockman in practice? What was that like to have him there? What's his coaching style been like?
I mean, he was just walking around because he just got here, so he's learning everything and stuff. But yeah.
Well, John said he was pretty quiet today.
Yeah.
What was that like for you? Not getting as much feedback maybe as you were expecting.
I mean, I kind of expected it because this is his first practice, so he's got to get to learn everything. So it was kind of expected. It's been great. Coach Kelly, he's an offensive guru, so it's been really good. I feel like he's gonna make the offense better for sure.
What does TC Cappy bring to you?
TC, a really good player, man. Very detailed, very tough. He's a good ball player.
To go back to Coach Kelly, in the past, he's had some really high-powered running games throughout his career. Is that something that your room took notice of? You guys talk about what this could mean for how the Seahawks go?
Oh yeah, for sure. You look at his days back at Oregon, days at UCLA. He loves to run the football, so it's something we took notice of for sure.
The idea that the quarterbacks are going to be more involved in the running game as well this year will help you guys. How do the running backs feel about that?
I feel great about it. Having a quarterback that can pull it and run and use his legs. Takes pressure off the backs. So great.
How difficult is it when that is not?
Man, it's pretty tough because if you don't have a quarterback that can run, like the defense knows that, so they'll just key in on the back.
I feel like you can have that regardless of who the starter is this year.
Yeah, for sure.
How have you seen the offensive line develop so far this spring?
They're doing really good. I feel like we got a group of older guys, veterans, so they're gonna be really good.
As far as Coach Lockman being from Memphis, did you just know of him or did you met him previously?
I don't know if he's actually from Memphis. I just know he's coached in the area for many years. So yeah, I've talked to him a few times. Like I said, I've known him for a minute. So yeah.
You guys running backs kind of part of the process. I don't know if that was you guys were actually in interviews or did you just give feedback or how did that?
We gave feedback. He would tell us who he's bringing in, and he'd tell us. So yeah, we got feedback. We were involved throughout most of the process.
So like you would say, hey, we're talking to so and so. You would ask, what do you guys know of him or what do you think of him?
I mean, he would just tell us and then have us listen, and then we'd give our opinions.
What was it about Coach Lockman that made him a guy that you guys gave positive feedback on?
I mean, he has a great background. We just, as a whole, we felt like he would be the best guy. Coach Day knew that. So.
2 more questions.
No, I mean, I knew him, so yeah.
Now, do you think, with this potentially being a longer season, potentially, do you think this could be a running back by committee type of offense?
I mean, I could see that, yeah, because it's gonna be longer season, so a lot of people gonna be rotating, and because you got to make it through the year, so we could possibly play 17 games. That's a NFL schedule, so yeah.
How do you feel like what you compliments what Travion does, what Sean does?
I mean, I feel like I'm kind of just unique, I have my own style. I just kind of stick to my style, don't try to be anybody else. So yeah.
Last question.
I feel like I'm a downhill runner, full speed, and I feel like that's probably my best two attributes. Just being myself.
All right, Dallin. Thank you.
Thanks, Al.
Hey, Dallin. Good question. Glad you asked me that. Hey, folks, I pretty much have everybody here listed for a spring game credential. I basically pulled the pro day list